I thought shearing a sheep would be easy, but I am wrong. In this video, I'm taking you through the process of shearing a sheep. From start to finish, it took me 27 minutes and a lot of second cuts. I'm going to be walking through the basic steps and sharing what I picked up along the way. This is the Shetland sheep. It is a special breed that tends to partially shed its coat. That means it doesn't shed all the way, which makes it tough to get right down to the skin in some areas. So if you see some spots that look a little patchy or uneven, that's part of the challenge. By the way, I have this video sped up, so you do not need to watch me struggle for 27 minutes. Okay, this is actually my 9th sheep I ever sheared, and I'm still not good at shearing. That's why I'm doing short, little, choppy little passes. I'm just trying to get down close to the skin, but also focusing not on nicking the sheep. But it's really hard not to nick a sheep, even if you are somebody that is extremely experienced. So I start with the stomach, and then I will be moving onto the right leg. I move the fur, well, actually the wool out of the way, and also my cable. I don't want to nick my cable while I'm shearing. And then I go up that right leg, and then working on the crotch area, and then I will be working on the left leg of the sheep. And then I will be working on the hind leg of the sheep, like the back section. Yep, there I go. I have been trained by somebody that has been doing sheep shearing for over 50 years. He's not here in the video, but he still nicks sheep to this day. It's a really hard process not to nick sheep. Oh, yep, at that time, the lady that is training me, she told me that my shears were running hot and I need to loosen up my blades a little bit. I guess she is really experienced and she can just tell by hearing the blades. That is something I definitely need to learn, and that's another reason why it is a great thing to actually be learning with somebody and doing an apprenticeship for at least 1 year. This is another thing that I messed up on. I should only do one path up the neck, not several passes. Yep, she noticed that my blades were still running hot, so she came back and fixed the blades, which is making it way easier because I feel like the stomach of the sheep is the hardest part to shear because they're constantly laying down into the grass and they're getting the grass stuck in their wool, and it's just not an easy spot to begin with, and that's where we have to begin. In the meantime of me doing this one sheep, the lady that's training me has been able to do 4 to 5 sheep. It shows that she's extremely experienced compared to me. She's able to do a sheep per 5 minutes, and I could do a one sheep for 27 minutes. So we're gonna get there eventually. So as soon as I'm done with the neck, I continue going down the left side of the sheep's neck and then working on that shoulder, clearing that off so we could get right into the long blows. But I also think by looking right back at this video that I've been doing too many passes to get myself in line for the long blows. I should have went down in for the long blows a little bit earlier. I definitely did too many passes, and I will be down in this long blow position for a long period of time. I was getting stuck because this sheep right here is shedding its coat, and it's making it really hard to get down to the skin. I felt like I was fighting against a lot of lanolin and a lot of wool that is picking up. I feel like for this sheep, it was definitely harder to do the back than the stomach. Just constantly getting caught inside that wool. I felt like I was constantly trying to push my arm forward, fighting against the wool. And it should be a slow and steady, just like letting the wool fall down on top of each other. Then I slowly pick the sheep up and shearing off its head and then the neck on its right side, my left, but yes. And this is definitely a pleasing sight whenever it's done correctly. The wool will just fold right over top of each other. I feel really bad for this sheep because I'm still learning, I'm not good, and at the end you'll see this, but it seems like she really did not like being sheared, and she started hitting her head off of the concrete ground, and she got a nosebleed. And I was half tempted not to upload this video because it's like, oh, I don't want like there to be a lot of blood in this video, but it is a learning experience. We will all have to go through this situation, and we will just have to get better. So yep, shearing right underneath the armpit and then right down her side. She's a bit kicky, trying to fight and getting a comfortable position, but I need to get that side more before she wants to lay down. Moving that wool out of the way just so I can see what passes I have to do with my shears. So it might look like I'm sitting on her, but I swear I'm just hovering. And this is not a bad position to be in because especially if she wants to struggle and get up, she'll see that I'm like a ceiling and she cannot get up. But she's comfortable right now. She's in a nice laying position. Clearing off that hind leg and also that back end. That is one of the trickiest spots. I feel like in the past I have missed the back end and they start walking off with a furry butt. And I'm like, oh no. She is all done, but there's the puddle of blood. Poor baby. Well, I did not do an absolutely perfect job because she was shedding her coat and the lady that was training me had to go back and do a lot of second cuts. You can also see that the wool is just coming off because the lady that's training me is just picking up the wool off of the sheep's back and it's coming off in clumps. So that's another thing that I have to struggle against whenever I'm shearing the sheep, trying to get underneath those clumps. I don't know if you noticed this, but the owner had a special syringe in his hand that is used for deworming the sheep. So as soon as we are done shearing the sheep, he has been inserting this dewormer inside the sheep. If this video was helpful in any way, please subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Bye!